Alright, welcome back here to another match with Jeskai Saheeli. We won the die roll, and we would like to play first. Let's take a look at our opener here. This is a pretty good opener. There's not much better you can ask for aside from one of these being like a interactive spell. But yeah, this is definitely a keep. We have the turn 4 combo lined up here, so let's see what deck we're up against here. We'll lead with Tarn. And pass. Delta could mean a few things. Kind of makes me feel like we're getting thought seized here. Or serum visions, sure. So what I like about spreading seas against Grixis is that it really pressures their black sources. Go ahead and pick up a hollowed fountain here. And we'll spreading seas that away. And peak is going to be really nice. It'll help us know if we can get the combo out against them, or if we should play more conservatively and, take the control role. So I see they shock here. They could still be Grixis Delver, and they do have mana leak. So I'm gonna go ahead and the question is, do we want to Serum Visions here? I think so. I don't think they want to mana leak that. We have our 4th land. So we don't want more. The question is, do we want more remands? And in the blue mirrors, they're not that great. I mean, they're good in winning some counter wars. We'll keep it on top for now, but we may fetch it away. We might be up against Grixis Delver here, which is why I didn't just run out Saheeli. But if we knew this was control, we would definitely run out Saheeli. Sure. Go ahead. They go bottom, and Ancestral. So because they have Ancestral, I actually do like Remand. So let's go ahead and take a look at their hand here. Alright. I'm going to have to write this down here because with Peak, if you are playing on Magic Online, it doesn't actually go to the revealed card zone. Vault, terminate, Snapcaster, Spell Snare, and they bottomed, so... Alright, we'll keep that at hand. We'll go ahead and draw. And we'll see what... Get another Steam Vents, or get a Steam Vents here. Alright, here... they don't have a black source, but they do have a bolt. So here I kind of want to get Feldar Guardian out. That way... we can draw a card off of it, still keep them off black, and then maybe go off next turn with the Remand backup. Now there's an argument to shutting them off of red, because this gets them off Bolt, and if they want to, get a Tasigur out next turn, that's fine by me. Sure, that's on suspend. So now basically these 3 cards don't do anything, and they have Spell Snare. Now of course this does turn on Counter Squall, but we just saw their hand. Unless they just drew Counter Squall, we don't have much to worry about. And they drew a black mana. Alright, so we our opponent did get stuck on mana, but this we kind of stole this game. And unless our opponent is playing something like Slaughter Pact, which I don't think Grixis Control plays, I think this game is locked up here. And there we go. Thankfully, they didn't make us go through with it. Alright, so cards that are coming in. Dispel, Dispel, Negate. Let's put that on the side here. It'll just make it easier to Jace, 100% in. And PN Kiran Alar, also a great grindy card. Now we saw Ancestral, so they're probably Grixis Control. So I like cutting a couple Lightning Bolts in this matchup. We still want them for Tar Pits, but we don't need as many. I like cutting 2 Saheelis, because they're probably going to keep in a lot of their Lightning Bolts to try to interact with a combo, and that'll make the rest of our deck pretty good. Yeah, let's cut 3 Lightning Bolts. We want to just outvalue them completely, but keep 1 in. And maybe cut 1 Remand, because Remand's not the best, but it does help in some counter war, so maybe cut 2 Remands, add in 1 more Lightning Bolt just to have some sort of cheap interaction so we don't get beat down by Snapcaster Mages. But I do like Spreading Seas a lot, especially because it helps make Feldar Guardian a really... it's a decent card in the late game, just by itself. But the cheap counters is what's really going to help out in this. Actually, yeah, I don't think we need the 4th Spreading Seas. I'd rather have cheap counters. Yeah, that looks good to me. Alright, let's see if we can get a sick opener like last game. Dispel, Dispel, Click. I mean, it's pretty good in a blue mirror. We don't really have an interaction with a turn 1 Ancestral. Yep, so that's going to be rough. But hopefully we'll draw another counter and then we'll be able to fight over it. Another Ancestral. Oh boy. PN Kiran Alar is pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and get a Steam Vents with this. Let's just keep an eye on what these Ancestrals are at. They're shocking. Interesting. Fulminator Mage. Oof. Yep, that's going to get us. If they want to go for it. Right now. Fulminator Mage is pretty good against us. We don't have like Mana Leak or anything to stop that. So on the draw, it's definitely kind of difficult to beat. I'm going to do it on upkeep. That's fine. Unfortunately, it looks like one of these Ancestrals is probably going to be resolving. Go ahead and crack this fetch, get a Steam Vent. Play an island here. There's no reason to run out Vendilion Click right now. Unfortunately, like I said, we don't have any counters. The spell does nothing against Ancestral. With that said, I mean it's not unbeatable, but it is going to be pretty difficult to grind through these Ancestral Visions. We're going to have to hope that our cheap counters can get us there. And maybe we'll draw a Remand next turn or something like that. But definitely a good start from our opponent here. Looks like they are playing Mana Leak, so that's good to know. I know a lot of Grixis control lists haven't necessarily been playing Mana Leak lately. So next turn, what we're going to try to do is click them on draw step with this spell backup, and then hopefully resolve a Pia and Kiran Alar the following turn. We'll go ahead and fetch here. Oh shoot, I was supposed to get a Sacred Foundry. Yep, my bad. Actually, now that we drew a remand, I'm actually probably going to fight over this Ancestral Vision instead of Vendilion Click. We'll go ahead and dispel that. Is it targeting yet? Now it's on the stack. And we'll try to remand it. I don't suspect we're gonna win this counter war, but we're going to try. I imagine if our opponent cryptic last turn, then they, oof. We'll try to fight over it, but I have a feeling if, like I said, if our opponent just blew a cryptic last turn, they can probably blow another one. Yep. So they're going to go back up to 8 cards. And if we had gotten a Sacred Foundry, we would have been able to resolve a PN Kiran Alar here. And they have another Ancestral. Boy. Jace. Yeah, I definitely messed up with that red source. I apologize there, guys. But we're going to want a Vendilion Click here. To hopefully try to resolve this Jace. My guess is they can go like Snap Cryptic. And then we're in a pretty rough spot, especially because of Tar Pit. Yeah, they've drawn a lot of cards, and unless it's literally all lands, we're gonna have a rough time grinding through this game. Especially with another Ancestral coming off. So maybe I should be playing the full set of remands over the spreading the third Spreading Seas. That's something that we'll try to do next game. Yep. Here comes a Tasigur, which we unfortunately don't have a way to interact with right now. And so our dispels kind of fell short just because we just didn't win the wars because they also had dispels of their own and they had a lot of mana. And they forced us to react on the previous turn. So it's almost like they had 10 mana. Or 9 mana, or however much that was. Bearmag Angler, sure. Let's see, do we have anything in our... We could go Jace here, down tick, force him to deal with it. I mean, then we'll like probably take 8, go down. We could also just... No, I mean, I just wish we had gotten the Sacred Foundry. I was thinking about it in my head, getting the Sacred Foundry, and then I didn't. So... We'll start with Jace. If we tick up this 4-1, yeah, it still dies. So might as well draw cards while we can. cards that don't do much right here, especially because we haven't seen a Path to Exile. I mean, if we had a Path to Exile, this game might be a little bit more winnable, but as it stands, we're just way behind on mana and way behind on cards. Because of, our opponent drew 6 extra cards this game. Go ahead and take the second pile. We can't even cast a spell this turn. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. That's 10. If they have another land, they could go down to. They could take it down to 2 here, hypothetically. But I don't think this is a game that we're winning right now, as it is. They're gonna go and put down. Oh, okay. Now a Tasker too. Oh boy. All right, so take down Jace. This is at us. I wonder if we should be bringing in Supreme Verdict. I don't think Verdict is correct, but here we're going to just try to resolve a PN Kirin Alar, because that's kind of our only chance of surviving here. Chump blocking a little bit. Alright, it's in. Probably going to get bolted down though. Electrolyze. That's pretty rough. Ancestral is on 1. Let's see, this is 4, 5, 11. I think we'll go ahead and block right here. On the off chance that our opponent has nothing and we top deck Saheeli, this card is just a little too late. No Path to Exile, no double white even. Yeah, our opponent has this one. GG's. Let's reevaluate our sideboard plan here. On the play, I mean, I do like Spreading Seas a bit more because it dodges. I'm going to cut one more bolt. I'm going to add in the remand because fighting over Ancestral Vision is going to be, I think, really critical to this game. And we'll just have one Saheeli. I don't think we need much more. I don't think we're winning in the combo this game. So we'll just have it as kind of like the off chance that, our opponent is completely flooded and we combo them out late in the game to close it out early. But overall, I think we're just going to try to out-tempo them. And if we had something like Geist of St. Traff, which is something I thought about having in the sideboard, it would really help this matchup. That's tough. I think it's a keep, but it's pretty awkward. But we'll be able to Serum Visions next turn. I don't think we're going to be pressured too much to get things going. There's Ancestral, of course. Let's go ahead and start with Serum Visions. Great. So both of these cards are really good in this matchup. So we do have to be careful about Fulminator Mage. How do we want to do this? Path to Exile is good, but we don't want it right now. And the question is, I don't think we're dispelling anything on... But we'll play it anyways. Okay. Ancestral is on 3. Here we're going to go ahead and See, it's tough because if our opponent goes Fulminator Mage next turn, we're going to be a little behind. So I'd rather... no, we'll go ahead and fetch right now. We'll Serum Visions, try to dig for some more stuff. Kind of like both of these cards. And I like drawing another land there. Yep. I like trying to Spreading Seas this next turn with Dispel backup. What happened here? Did I mess up? What did I do? Top. Oh, my opponent's Thought Scour targeting me. Oh, tricky. Okay, alright. We're back in business here. We'll play the Loot House. We really want to dig for like Remand or something. Snapcaster Mage, targeting Thought Scour, sure. We don't have the Spell Snare right now. There's one Dispel down. We're kind of flushed on cards here that don't impact the board all that much. We would really like that Spreading Seas to shut our opponent off of Watery Grave. Black mana. Yep. Our opponent swings in. We'll try to dig here. Click isn't bad. But that Ancestral is coming off very soon. And another click, not great. Looks like we might just have to let that Ancestral resolve because we don't really have any other lines of play. Do we do this now? No, I think we let him draw. And now we crack the fetch. See what our opponent is working with here. A lot of cards. And we're sitting here with another Vendilion Click, so we're just going to say okay to this Lightning Bolt. And just try to get some information here. Alright, so they've got Ancestral, Cryptic ×2, Electrolyze, Fulminator Mage, Kolaghan's Command, Serum Visions. How bad would it be if they played Fulminator Mage here? Or do we take the K command? I don't think we touch any of the cryptics. We've got Dispel, and that just eats up their mana for a while. And they don't have any cheap interaction. K command might be their best card. And something tells me they don't want to go and take off cryptic mana for a turn. So I don't think we're getting Fulminator Maged here. So K command might just be the best card in our opponent's hand right now. If I was to play the long game, Ancestral might be the best card. Yeah, I mean, Ancestral is pretty good. And I imagine the game's going to go on for at least another 3 turns. Yeah, let's go with Ancestral. And they had what? I didn't catch that. I think it was a Delta and a Meyer or something like that. Oh, it was a Tarn. So now it's just Delta. Shock, okay. Sure. Now they go to discard. What did they discard there? Serum Visions. They don't think they're going to have time to cast that, probably. Alright, so we drew Steam Vents. Does that help us much? I don't think so. We're still going to only be able to really go 1 spell a turn here. So we still got the stop on the draw step. They don't have any Snapcasts in the graveyard, do they? No, yeah, I think I would have noticed that. They might be trying to go like Cryptic at end step here. Cut me off of like white for a turn. Let's see. Oh, we need double blue. We'll go ahead and try to resolve and let it click here. Oh, we misplayed that. So we should have let them draw a card and then done it. But now we can try to take Electrolyze because it's their most efficient answer to click. And I don't mind Fulminator Mage anymore. And they had Mana Leak. Cryptic X1. Electrolyze. There goes the Delta. What they could do here is go Kolaghan's Command and fight over it now, as you that would tap them out this turn, and that might be something that they're afraid of doing at this point in the game. Yep, might do it over upkeep. No, they don't do it over upkeep. Go ahead and attack here. Opponent's going to try to K command us. Target player discard. We're going to say no thank you. Alright, so now, I mean, if our opponent wants to Cryptic, is there any merit to shocking this right now? No, they'll have Mana Leak backup, so if we go Snap, it will let the Snap resolve at least, and not the, whatever spell I target with it. But it does put us to 8. Yeah, I'm okay with shocking. It is going to be kind of a tight race here, though. And this is kind of a point in the game where we wouldn't mind having Lightning Bolt to try to close out the game. Because right now we're sitting on these kind of... Feldar's pretty dead right now. So maybe we should have just put that in tapped. I'm not sure if that was the correct line. No more K command for our opponent. So I think we might know more cards. I might have just not caught something. Opponent could have Fatal Push here. Serum Visions? Sure. That's not something we can really fight over. It would be nice to have something like Peak right about now, as is an instant speed cantrip for Snapcaster too. But our opponent can just go Cryptic Mana Leak right now, which is pretty good. And unfortunately, I don't think we have the luxury to use the Loot House. Our opponent's going to try to tap us out. We will attempt to dispel that. We know our opponent is... Okay, so our opponent... Spell Snare. So I know they have Fulminator, Mana Leak. So... if we let this happen... Nah. Okay, so... I think we let this happen. And then snap Dispel here. And you know, if our opponent has like 2 Lightning Bolts, there's not much we can do it from that position. But our opponent has no we know they have Mana Leak Fulminator, which are pretty bad at this late part of the game. Question is, do we block here? Because then we have lethal on the backswing. But I imagine our opponent wouldn't attack if they didn't have anything. But I think we need to be representing lethal right now. Yep. Okay, Gurmag Angler. Alright. Tar Pit. Okay, so we know Mana Leak and Unknown. Remand. A little late to the party. Would really like a Lightning Bolt right about now. I would love one. Let's think here. Even like a Path to Exile would be so good. We could attack with Click, then Feldar Guardian. Target Click. That way we have 3 blockers. We go down. No matter what, Click would die, but they'd have to swing out. So I think that's what we're going to do here. Go ahead and Feldar Guardian. It's a pretty good time to use Mana Leak if they have it. There's an argument to just paying for it if they have another Spell Snare. But okay. Let's just go ahead and target them. Let's see if they have like the game winner. 2 Mana Leaks. You know what? You can keep those. This is pretty close, but we have the right chumps to handle their board and then a swing in the air. So they can't really go for lethal right now. And they have to force the attacks. So unless they drew good old Lightning Bolt, or Snapcaster Mage, or K-Command, or Cryptic, there's a lot of things they could have drawn here that just win them the game. But the fact that they're waiting so long to think about it makes me at least hope that they don't have it. Alright, Tarpit's revving up. That's a decent sign. Okay. So now we're being put to the test with our blocks. Say, okay. This is here for sure. This is going to go here. And this is going to go here. So if they want to blow up a land, yeah. And then we have, oh wow, actually Feldar's not lethal on the crackback. Did I, whew, is that good at all? And they have 2 Mana Leak up. That's rough. Spell Snare, does that help us at all? Oh, crap. I could have maybe survived another turn if I hadn't activated a Loot House there. I could have blocked the Gurmag path, the Tar Pit, and then we wouldn't necessarily be in that bad of a position, but now that it stands, I think we messed up here. Yeah, we could, I mean, we have a lot of sorcery speed stuff, so that's why I was yeah, double Mana Leak. Yeah, looks like our opponent got this one. Alright, GG's. Let's see if we would have... I mean, we knew we would have drawn the Spell Snare, but then... Peek. And then Snapcaster Mage. And then maybe would have got there. So yeah, knowing that our opponent had 2 mana leaks, main phasing that Lighthouse was definitely the wrong play. So hopefully you were able to learn something from that kind of bad misplay there. Alright, but thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next game.